Well, a good morning to you all, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. All right, let's get started. Here we are. We'll have to take the music down on the game just a little bit. There we go. Here we are. All right. We are in our favorite campsite with our weirdo little horse, Angelica. So we are here for anyone who would like a tarot card reading. All we ask is that you subscribe so that when videos become, when we're streaming, you'll get notice that we are on. And you can get a free card reading every time we're streaming. Well, let's see if any of those actually shot anything. Well, we got something. Two somethings. So this game could be a little bit on the gory side, but this is a reality. We came from a family, and all of us, even the urban dwellers, have all come from families that had to hunt to survive. So this is not so strange. All I can say is when you go to skin an animal, it's not that fast. It's not that easy. It's a lot harder than this. And yeah, cut things you shouldn't, especially yourself. There, you're coming finally. There you are. Angelica was on a little break. Here we are, here we are. So, we did get the goat simulator. I know, I pre-ordered it. Alright. We have to get Mr. Yoda. We have to wake him up too. So I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope it's a good day. And if it isn't, well, let me see if I can help make it better. I'll do a reading for you. I may not be able to make your day better, but I can share your day with you. Even at nighttime, the graphics are gorgeous in this game. I see those bunnies running off, and all I can think of is, no, you're supposed to be in Crypt Stew Pot. Come back. I should say Crypt Stew Pot. Crypt takes credit for the stew pot, but it really is. I do make it. He doesn't. Hello, pup. How are you? Turkey. Let's use this on that turkey. And your friends. Come on, how come you won't auto... This is silly. That was weird. It's not auto-aiming anymore. Oh, we've got ourselves a cougar back there. We should pay attention. Alright, are you going to not auto-aim on the freaking cougar that's going to eat me? He's decided to run off in the other direction. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I'd go the other way too. He's slowly slowing down, so I think that he's going to fall. Come on. Come on. Nighty-night for you. Come on. Oh, he could still go after me. That's not fair. He's shot. He was dying. Well, there you go. If you have too much empathy for the little critters, they're going to eat you. But I have a hunch he's going to be... Where did he go? He was on the other side there. But I think he's probably gotten away. I don't see him on the screen anymore. So we're going to go and look and see if we can find some of our wintergreen berry over here. There's usually one right up here. Oh, 2 today. We'll take that. The wintergreen berry's got to be the hardest for me to find, hardest useful. The Harrium officinalis, it's hard too, but it's not really very useful for anything. Unless, of course, you've decided you want to turn into a buck for a few seconds. Alright, let's head. I don't hear anything buzzing here. That's odd. It's usually a collectible of some sort in here. You know, one day I'm going to have difficulty even playing a game because I will have too many people who will want their cards read. So I'm enjoying this piece when I can. Yes, I do tend to have the ability to know things that are going to happen. It doesn't mean, I wouldn't say that's psychic. I think that that's just a sensitivity of some sort. I don't really believe in psychic, in predicting the future. That's something that I've really thought a lot about, and because of, I guess, if you believe in quantum physics, a lot of people believe in quantum physics. It's not really a belief, it's more of a science. So, you know, when you're looking at the way the particles behave, and if the particles, as they're beginning to think, do hold the fourth dimension, and if we are in a multiverse where all timelines are existing simultaneously for all potential thoughts, all potential actions, all choices, all decisions branching off on their own, there is an infinite number of multiverses, which starts to make life really, really interesting, and it makes particles really interesting because it means particles are what's deciding what timeline we follow, which means time is nothing like what we think it is. So that's something that I'm kind of interested in, way more interested in, you know, putting these spaceships out there, because they're going to discover stuff that's there, but they're only going to discover it on this particular existence. Alright. Well, thank you for the like. I really do appreciate that. I know it sounds odd when people talk about multiverses, but, you know, even Einstein, you know, he understood about quantum physics. He didn't like it, but he understood it. He just couldn't make sense of it. He just called it spooky science at a distance. He just couldn't make sense of it. But he didn't, you know, it's not like he just didn't believe. He just couldn't figure out the science or the math. And so for me, I look at that and I say, there's so much more for us to discover. Going out into space might tell us the limitations to this known universe. But even with that, they're discovering that the boundaries of this universe are changing. As I've been speaking, they changed. They, you know, it's expanding. How can it keep expanding? That's my question, you know? And then you start looking at dark matter, and what if the dark matter just keeps expanding out there to make, because the antimatter has to exist someplace for matter. Everything needs its opposite. So, I love science. It's getting more and more interesting. Let's go get that other bunny over here. Well, I hope you had a good evening and a good rest. Yeah, put it on there. Even when it's raining over here, I just love this spot. It's so green. Makes me think of like Vancouver Island. But then again, it's always raining all winter. It rains there. I did live there. It was a beautiful place to live. It's just the the rain. The rain was fairly non-stop. All right, a couple more in there. Keeps Crips busy and out of trouble. You know, let's make that stew up. I'm gonna first check here and make sure that my sounds are not too much. Okay, they're down good. Gotta turn that chat off because sometimes if I say I join the trade route and I'm trying to talk to y'all, but I know you appreciate my little Texan slip there. No, I have no Texan affiliation. I do have family down there, but that doesn't give me any excuse to have a Texan accent. Could go after those deer. They do seem to be just lurking right up. Somebody's flying over. Just don't have the heart to shoot him. Oh man. I'm not very good in a game that requires so much shooting. I just kind of get a little tired of it, I guess. You know, you have to. That's all you can do in here is keep shooting to get your goods going. Almost done with this. They're at like something like 80. Somewhere close there. All right, Ms. Angelica, there you go. I love the horses in this game. I love the scenery. I love the outfits. I don't like the other people that want to kill me. I don't take it, so much personally. I just don't understand why we have to all kill each other. There's so many things in this game. There's so many things in this game that we can go and kill. I don't understand what the reason is for killing each other. You know? But I don't always understand why people do things, so I shouldn't worry too much if I don't understand it. Oh, you're just going to come running right over here. You want some of that too, do you? That was kind of twisted. All right, we got that one. This other one I kind of hit point blank. I don't know why. He's prancing about still. Look at you hiding in that bush there. All right, we got to get these back in. Like I say, it's great, great, great hunting spot. And with the scenery, that's half of what I love about it. I mean, it's not great with the trees that you have to run around, especially when you get the moose and they hide behind those trees, the big trees, and you can't get a good shot at them. But hey, you got to give them a half a chance. They got to fight back a little sometimes. Once I have enough in here, I will stop with the killing and we'll just move on to doing some collecting. I know it's not really exciting, but this channel's not really about excitement. It's to do readings, and I'm so happy to have a backdrop that people can come and visit. Oh, we got 2 of those. Still not enough to get this finished though, so we need 15 more, 16 more now. Alright, let's go get that other guy. We left him over there. Should still be there. Come on, pony. Did I trip you up there? Oops, let's get these bunnies. Oh, fox. And then the bunnies. I mean, there's so much. There's just so much game here. It's not like some of the spots you have to just... You have to work a lot harder than this. But I almost have enough to be finished. Well, no, a little bit more. Then we always have the trade route. That gives you a little bit too. But you have to have your goods done by then. Otherwise, you get stuck where you could do the trade route, but you actually get nothing from it. That sucks. Oh, you were a 3-star. That's going to help a bit. Ooh, he was a 3-star too. Excellent. Hi, Misha. How are you? I am guessing that you would like a reading. Just going to turn these guys in here and we are good to go. I'm really good. It's a gorgeous day. My plants are happily watered. It's all good. Alright, let's get these cards started. Warm them up. Alrighty. So there we go. Let's just think of Misha and give these cards a cut. Alright, Misha, for your past, we are getting the 4 of Cups. And for the present, the Daughter of Cups. And for your final outcome card, we have the 6 of Wands. The 4 of Cups. That background music sounds so ominous. You don't ask a question in here. If you ask the question, I actually delete it. If people keep asking the questions, I eventually ban them. Or I ban them right away because I'm trying very hard to get people to stop putting any personal information out there about, especially in regards to privacy. Here, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this. I haven't done it for a while to help people. Whoops. With this. All right, here we go. a lot of people don't go look at this. They're not concerned. But, all right, the Four of Cups. Let's start with that. That's your past card. And in your past, you've had some challenges with greed and discontent. An outsider would look upon your life and see supportive relationships, pleasures, and even a bit of luxury, but you don't see it that way. Instead, there's discontent, apathy, and even greed for more. The Four of Cups warns not to take your situation for granted, nor the people who supported you along the way. Look around you. What are you longing for? Name it. The Daughter of Cups is your card for right now, so that's been in the past. Now with the Daughter of Cups, you're moving more into a creative phase. You're much more romantic and artistic, and you're easily inspired by your surroundings. As a true dreamer by nature, you're struggling to stay grounded or to deal with any harsh realities that come your way. Conflict of any kind is very disturbing to your gentle nature. The Six of Wands is your final outcome card. And the Six of Wands is about victory, success, and rising up. So from the dark and entangled branches emerges a butterfly, new life taking flight. If you're not reveling in the joy of success already, you will be soon. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, of rising up against the odds. The obstacles have been relentless, but now is the time to look forward, not backward, with more pressing questions like, where will you go with your new set of wings? So you've had lots, you've had luxury, you've had what other people would call luxury. You need to look at that, really look at that, and see what you've had. And the Daughter of Cups, you're gentle. It's not that you are greedy. It's that you're not necessarily seeing all the things that you've had in the past, and now you're going to get everything that you need, and you're rising up with the Six of Wands. It's about victory and success. So learn about about seeing what you have and moving forward with that. A lot of times people who when you they think a lot of people think that if you come from a lot, or if you've had a lot of money or luxury, that you have such a better chance in life. And the truth is sometimes it can leave you disabled in that you don't know always how to find the things that you need. And it looks very much like you're coming into your own. Your creativity is going to help you rise up. So you're doing well. You're doing really well. I hope that helps. Yeah, you never have to worry about your readings with me. I'm never trying to find anything negative or harsh to hit people with. All I ever want is for people to open up to the cards giving suggestions that are helpful and healing. You're very welcome. I just want people to be able to take a look and see their options and feel open. Some people are worried about money, but other people are worried about their health and their life. We have so many challenges, and everybody's got a different one, and they're not bigger or less than. They're yours. That's the thing. We're not so many in the world here. They're really in competition, and the truth is, all we really need to do is become a better version of yesterday. And by the look of your cards, that's where you're going. You're not harming others with the things you're feeling and thinking. You're just learning and growing, and that's good. Let's see how our Crips is doing. We are at what now? 89 and halted. We have to, let's do a resupply. Let's just do that. Yeah, the day is only starting here for me. Coffee is in my future. A big cup of. That is what I have to look forward to, and a nice big glass of water. And I'm fairly thankful that I have a glass of water. And I guess we could get into that whole, is my glass of water half empty or is it half full? All right, horse, you see where he stops? He does that on purpose. This game was designed by masochists, or I should say sadists. I guess maybe they were masochists if they played it. But let's go get our resupply. I guess that makes us masochists if we're playing it. But isn't that to be said of all gamers? We suffer a lot just for that one little glimmer of moving ahead on a rank or having a little extra money. Oh, we're not going too far. We're going to get to, let's pull, oh, don't go over that edge, horse. Look at you. Let's house up here before we go into this little shooting match. How many of you are there? Let's see. Oh, there's a few more than I thought. He just hides behind that. And you're up there? Wow, you guys are just teaming, aren't you? Where's your friend hiding? We know you're there. Come on. Don't let me shoot the horse. I do love the way they place things in this game. It's very, very well done. Strategically, anyway, so that you have to bang into things. We're gonna loot y'all. This is how I shop. I kill NPCs and then loot them. Hey, Mr. Yoda, good to see you. We're busy looting NPCs, terrorizing the neighborhood, all the usual stuff. Coffee going, big old glass of ice water, what could I say? And if the day is starting, we can be optimistic still. we have all day to be disappointed still. Alright, I think there's one more in here to collect, but there you are hiding. Now I'm gonna get to run over my very own little horse here, because he's right in my way. And dude, if you can't get out of the way, we're running you over. Can't make that turn otherwise. I know about that. Alright, let's get these back to camp. Oh, coffee goodness. Almost there. That guy should catch up with me right about when I'm at camp, so I'm not going to worry about it. They usually disappear when you're close to delivering anyway. Well, that was perfect. And we go to camp. And you are delivered. Excellent. What a beautiful day it's going to be. And we had it done in 5 minutes or less. I always like that little bonus when you do a day late. Let's get some cowboy bean stew. That took a little bit out of me. So welcome, welcome. Happy to see you all. How close are we now? Probably another 14 to go, I think. Let's see. Let's go take a look. Oh, 11 to go. We'll take it. We'll get a few more, just to get the top end filled up. We can also go and look and see if any of that wintergreen was over here. We never did look. Let's see. Get that bunny. Hey, bunny. A bony little bunny. Come on. There we go. I'm not sure what that was. I think that's just a squirrel, though. And another bunny. Usually, I'm hunting for bunnies just like this, and all of a sudden the cougar is eating my face. I swear, that's the way it goes. Alright, bunny, where are you hiding at? There you are. My perfect little bunny going into the stew pot. And then we'll go and see if we can get the, see if there's any of that there. Alright, we've got, I don't think I need any of the ram's head. Oh, we did too. The violet snowdrop, probably not so much. I think I get that from Madam. But you can't get that from, was that some? Let's see. It is. There's our wintergreen berry. 2 of them, I think. Are we that lucky? Shall we be that lucky? No, just the one. And we've got ourselves a little frog here. Alright, I think we have a little bit now that we can turn in. It'd be nice to get one little deer. Let's go over here and see if there's just one little deer hanging out at the edge of the water. That's what's so beautiful about this campsite, is everything has to come to water eventually. So this is a good spot to sit. Oh, there's a moose. Let's take a blending tonic. Alright. We needed it anyways, but see how close we can get to him before. Oh, he's perfect too. Has he seen me already? Yes, I think he has. But I took a shot at him and he might even go down. Look at that. I did try the sniper rifle with them. That works too. I'm just not really comfortable with the sniper rifle, but this was enough. This is what we wanted. Just one big hide. A perfect cow or moose hide is perfect. That will fill up. Not fill up, but that will get enough of them finished here so that I don't have to go back. I like to get a run done in the morning, if I can, before the trade route. And right back we go to Crips. Should we chase him down too? Get him out of the water. I should let him get out of the water, but this is good enough as long as he can't float away. is a spot you're supposed to be able to go here and get struck by lightning, and I haven't been quick enough to get there. I always have other things I have to get done and get finished, but one day I will. I'll get over there and see if I can get struck by lightning. I know, a pretty odd aspiration, but well, that's plenty enough to get finished with those goods. So maybe we should do it. Maybe we should make a run there. Let's see. Let's see. We'll go and see on the map what it's looking like. Because it's close to Annisburg. Let's go do it. Alright, so it is down about... I'm trying to remember exactly where it's at. It's like right here. I think that's the spot right there. So we're going to, as fast as we can, make a run for this. Hope the storm's not over by then, but sometimes they're just kind of there and then gone. We'll see if we can make it in time. I'm going to hit every tree on the way there. Alright, let's see if we can make it down here without dying. Well, I don't see any lightning anymore, so I think we might be done with this storm. Like I say, if I want to end a storm, all you have to do is head here, and it's like it all just dries right up. This has happened just about every time too, so it's kind of amusing, but at least I know how to get rid of a storm. I think I'll stay on the path here. But I haven't seen any sign of lightning, so I think we lost it. I'm like hitting every tree you can hit. Alright, let's get there. It's still, the wind's still blowing. We have a chance. I just don't see any lightning at all. Not at all. Alright, we need a shortcut. I don't think this is a shortcut, but we'll see, won't we? There we go, a little bit of one. Any shortcut you don't die from, we'll take. Alright, I think we need to be up there. Can we make it? And then, oh, we are making it up there, okay. So this is where we were headed. Let's see if we can find this. Alright, we went in the wrong place, did we? Where is this? I thought this was it right here. Alright, let's look again on the map. This is interesting enough, but not where I was looking for. Wait, it's not that. Just out of Annisburg, no. Let's go look. I don't think it was there, but let's go see. Knew that was coming. I'm just leaving him behind while he does his struggling about. You keep your histrionics and dramatics to yourself, horse. I'm going to carry on. If you feel like coming, I'll be over here. That is my life thought. No histrionics. Now what's over there? That's possibly... Looks a lot more like someone else's camp, though. And given that there's only 2 of us in here, I know whose camp it is. Oh, you decided to catch up. Well, that was cool. I'm a bit baffled, though, as to... Horse, get across there. Don't be annoying. Keeping my eyes open for collectibles as we go along. This still is not it. But, hey, we're getting out and about. Let's go see. Oh, it could be. It could be. Because it's up on a hill just like this. Oh, bunny, I could have grabbed you, but I just got to get this done. Alright. There it is. It is there. Okay, this is it. This is the spot. I'll show you this because it's just weird. You sit right over here. Oh, don't get off the horse. You have to be on the horse to see this. Alright. If you stand over here, you can see this. Alright, it's a little farther over here. Alright, this is it. Right here. Alright, look at the... Oh, do I have to go over this way? No. A little farther over this way. If you go inside there, you're supposed to get struck by lightning. If there's lightning. But this is supposed to be the spot. But now, of course, the sun's gonna come out. The rain has stopped. It's clearing up. You see that? I can bring the good weather out. But I'll show you what's kind of funny about this spot. If you go stand, or if you're on the horse, alright, we'll get in the right spot, because you have to be in the right spot to do this. I think it's right over here by this rock. This horse is about as helpful as a stump. He's really dense. Like, you can't hardly turn him. He's just being stupid. I gotta feed him maybe, or shoot him. I haven't figured out which. He's too hungry to work, I guess. Alright, here's what we were looking for. Right here. Gotta move over here more. See, the horse just won't go where I'm asking him to go. This is so freaking frustrating. He's been fed. I don't understand. When you try and get him to move over here, he just won't. Okay, so there's the H. And you can barely see it through these, but... Trying to get the W to form. I think it's right. Alright, this is a little easier to do it. Turn my horse around. I wonder if I got up on that. See, you can't do anything when you're in that first. Horse, you're just the most annoying freaking thing on the face of the earth. Alright, stand on this rock. Why is the W not forming? That's weird. Alright, this makes a WHY when you stand in the right spot. But the W isn't forming properly, so I don't know what's going on. usually when you stand right here, but you have to be on the horse, and the horse just wouldn't stand where I wanted him to. Or they've changed it. I don't know why they would. Oh, Rockstar, you're such jerks. Let's go on the other side. It won't be on the other side because it wouldn't form properly. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, I was on the complete wrong side. But you still need your horse to do this. And my horse is being a moron. But yeah, right here, if you move over, like I say, it really works best if you have your horse, because when you sit on him, the perspective is better. Alright, so we'll move over here now. Alright, there's the W starting to form. There you go. There's WHY. That's what I wanted to show you. WHY, and people have reported that if during a lightning storm you stand inside those trees, you can be struck by lightning. So I'm going to put this marker on here. So that I won't have so much trouble finding it next time. There we go, markers there. Now we just have to wait for another lightning storm. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, is that a snake? Do we need a snake? Not really. We could use a rabbit, though. I guess I've lost my whole interest in even doing it. Let's just fast travel back to camp. We'll be ready to do a delivery pretty quick here. No campsite. Alright, good enough. Ah! That won't be perfect anymore, even if I did kill him. No, we stomped him. Good. Poor little bunny. Alright, fast travel it is. Come on, give me a camp. Down we go. I don't even want to shoot these guys. You know, the worst part of it is once I get a delivery ready, I just don't want to kill any more animals. I mean, perfect ones, right in front of me. Oops. Do we want the deer? Probably not, but if you're gonna fall, then fall. Well, that's an interesting little position you found there. Can we pick you up? Yes, we can. So if anybody is interested in a reading, just let me know. We're going to mark this down here. Okay, I hope that one sounds right. We'll pin that to the top. Makes it much easier for people. Alright, let's store these on Angelica. And let's go back and get those bunnies. We're going to skin this one. He's only a 1-pointer. Hey Brave, how you doing? I did have the sound down on the game because it was overriding some of the reading that I was doing. So let's turn that up just a little bit. There's some music, but not quite enough. So we'll turn that up just a tiny bit so we've got some sound. I think we might be ready. Might just turn it up here too, so at least we can hear the sound here. Oops, there we go. Still not hearing it. All right. I hope that helps. I hope you can hear me now. Where are we at? We are ready to deliver. All right. Let's just health up and make sure we have got our guns clean. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to make a posse and bring along. Let's form that and reform. And out of here. So, would you like a reading, Brave? Rejoin. There you go. All right, we'll do that before we do our delivery. He's going to join up anyway. There we go. I'll pull the cards out, give them a little shuffle for you. So what are you thinking of our update here for October? Let's put him into there. For now, he doesn't have to ride along. He can just go in and wait there. And she can sit in there while we do the reading. There we go. All right, we'll set this down. So we're going to cut the deck for you. And this is for Brave Kratos. And your first card is in relationship to the past, and you have the Six of Cups in the past. And the present, you have the Death card. Don't worry about that. It doesn't usually mean death. It usually means transformation. Your final outcome card, though, is the Fool. So this is gonna be an interesting reading for you, Brave. This is fun. I like the call to arms. I gotta say that's the best part of it. All right, we have the Six of Cups for your past. So you've got some great childhood memories. Because this card is, it implies that the Six of Cups focuses on magic and innocence of childhood. And the roots of years past are alight with color and vibrancy. Look back upon them and get lost in your memories. Old friends may surface and seek you out. All reunions will be joyful. Enjoy simple pleasures and wonder in all areas of your life. So that's your past card. So you've been having, pretty blessed childhood, full of memories, childhood joy. But right now you're dealing with some death. So my condolences. If it isn't death, then it's about transformation. And either are equally difficult to deal with at times. Here we go. And when you see the death card, most people don't love it. They don't love seeing it. But what it means is the message basically is something in your life needs to end. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin right after the initial forms of suffering have passed. So something is happening right now that's going to bring a transformation, closure, and transformation. Your final outcome card. Now, I know a lot of people, when they see the Fool, they laugh, but the Fool is about spontaneity and innocence. So something about that transformation is going to bring a change within you, because the Fool, he's ready to fly. He's got, his wings are not very well established, but with one step he'll leave behind the comfort of the nest and begin the journey through the major arcana. So are you ready? Will you fall? This is a card about beginnings. It points to the side of you that's spontaneous, excited, naive, and inexperienced. And others may doubt. Lots are going to doubt, and they're going to tell you that you're going to fall and you're going to fail. You don't need to listen to them, because even if you fall, so what? So what? Be ready to fall. No matter what people say about you, this is your journey, and it's already begun. So there you go. That's your reading. Like I say, I hope I have the ability to make even the death card seem like it could be okay. It could be okay, because it's just about transformation. We get too attached to everything anyways. Closure sometimes is a good thing. If we have to start something new, it's always good to be prepared to let go of the things that we think we know to be true. And that's what closure does for us. It says sometimes we have to move on to something different. So let's just get this delivery going. How is that, Brave? I hope that works. Oh, he should probably eat something before he helps her out. How's her stew looking over there? Did she even make any? Yes, she did. Some cowboy bean. Yeah, I've been enjoying watching, lots of the call to arms and the masks. A lot of people enjoyed that we got all the masks back at Madam's. So we'll take that too. All right, she's going to start this up. I should make sure her gun is clean first. It was a good thing I looked. There you go. All right, she's going to start this up. Let's get this happening. He can jump on the wagon and carry along. I made a character for my husband, thinking we were going to play together. He likes to play racing games. He doesn't like the shooting games nearly as much, so what I ended up doing is I hijacked his character and I used it. Well, shoot. That was not what I meant to do. We have to. That was my bad. So what I have to do is stop her and rejoin in, and he will have to. She'll have to join back in. I just got too excited about your reading, I guess, Ray. It was my. All right, she's gotta leave here, and then come back. So she leaves. We have a solo lobby, so this gets interesting. So she has to join. Well, it doesn't really matter where she joins. He's going to send a message to invite her back. We're in a solo lobby together here. So now he has to send her an invite to get her back in. Oh, the fun. My hubby, he loves the race games, the race car games. And he'll play backgammon and that sort of thing, but he's not interested in the shoot 'em up types. I never was either, to be honest, and now I'm doing okay with it. So let's see, we got let's see, notification. I still don't have that invite. Come on. I did send an invite to the session. I know I did. All right, let's see if we get this. Come on. Oh, it's so lagged. The machines are literally sitting beside each other, you would think. All right, let's just get out of there then, if we can't get that to come up. Sometimes it doesn't work until you join a session. It's a bit slow. Still no invite. That's exactly what I found with my grandson. He was like, I gave him the game, and I really was excited thinking that, we'd be able to play and, he wouldn't have to be worried about being in alone. And I found out he'd been playing GTA for a long time. He helped me. Yeah, he's more than anything, he showed me some of the things that could be done. He helped me get this flying machine. I still don't like to play GTA, but it's more about, I don't like the tone of the game, I guess. But I'm someone who enjoys weird things. I just pre-ordered this goat simulator. Have you seen it? It is so stupid looking. It's so hilarious. Oh man, I can't wait to try it. I think that's when I could even convince my hubby to play. So she's going to join back in. Of course, we've probably lost this campsite, which was so wonderful. I love the spot there, this one here in Roanoke Ridge. Where did your camp go to there, girl? Where did it go? I think we lost the good one. Sometimes it'll bring you right back into it, but she's got a fast travel to camp. Make a posse again. And he can join back in. All right, now she has someone to ride with. Oh, this might be that tricky campsite if I remember correctly. All right, we'll get him over there. Fast travel to camp. It's so silly. But hey, I have moments where silly is exactly up my alley. I thought that I would like some of them, like, there's some really good sort of vampire-y things in that, because I really like the gothic stuff. But I've been a bit disappointed with some of it. It's not as good as I think it should be. Maybe I have too high. After playing Red Dead Redemption, maybe my expectations are just too high. This one hasn't come out yet, though. It's coming out in November, the new Goat Simulator, so it looks interesting. At least Epic Games made it look interesting. But it's got some interesting graphics. I think it's good for the light-hearted side. That's what I'm thinking, is just to be silly for a while. Sometimes when I do a lot of readings, I end up a little bit tired out. And it might just be something that could... Hello, Mr. Yoda. All right, here we go. We're going to make up a delicious stew that Crips will claim he's responsible for. And we'll get this started up. So, even the most grave of error can be fixed. Sort of. Alright, here we go for a distance delivery. This one actually might be a little better. It might take us on. I like when it takes us to out through towards Wapiti. I like when we do that one, because you really don't do anything other than the point and shoot the whole way. What I'm finding is some games that are too simplistic. Like, I thought I was really gonna like Kena, that it was a really good sort of vibe to it, and as much as I liked it in the beginning, it wasn't complex enough. All right, so he can be ready here now, in case she needs some true backup. And away we go. Do you like some of the Assassin's Creed games? I liked Valhalla. Some of the others I found a little hard to get into. They were a little bit too much of the historic information, but I do like that aspect of it. But I like more, like with Valhalla, they speak about past, victories and past battles, and it sort of follows the timeline. But I'm always... Yeah, I'm on PlayStation and PC. This is the PlayStation I'm on right now. So I have two PlayStations playing with his character and mine. Islamic thoughts. What we do is you don't ask the question, I do a general reading. We actually delete any questions that come out due to privacy. But as soon as we have this delivery done, it takes about 10 minutes, so just a little patience and we'll be able to do a reading for you. Inshallah. Here we go. Days Gone. I've looked at that a few times and thought of playing it. I even started up Skyrim thinking that I would get into the characters, but it takes a while see, Red Dead was really easy because it moves along at its pace. Dudes, you have to move. I'm so sorry we have to kill you, but it's hard to get past you if you don't move. And my options were to run over you or to just plain kill you. I found this game to be the first game that actually could keep my attention. And even as I rank as high as I have not gotten bored with the game. The hardest thing for me is the people, hey Kevin, we've got one reading ahead of you. We have to finish this delivery. It's going to be about probably another 9 minutes here, 8 minutes maybe. But it's good to see you again. What games do you guys play? Kevin, or do you play as well on PlayStation or on the PC? This is going to Valentine, so that's not too far. I hope you're having an awesome day. You too. Just about hit that tree. I can't look at the screen and drive at the same time. I should be doing this anyways because that guy's kind of creeping up on me. There you are. I'm a little sad that they took away the big bonuses we were getting for these deliveries, but I'll tell you, it's kind of, the pressure's kind of off now. It was like non-stop deliveries for so many people. They were just going and going and going, and it really, really burns you out. After a little while, you're just so tired. You don't want to see another delivery wagon. I know there's probably a shortcut that I could take here, but with those mountains, I just don't want to take a chance. It's so peaceful and quiet up here. You know, I know with the sound off, it's a little bit deafeningly quiet, if that's a term that can be used. But it's, you know, I get a lot of people complain because I don't talk quiet purposefully. I don't have a lot of ability to project. And I always feel like I'm screaming. I always feel like I'm talking so loud. I would never be able to be a stage actor because I would never be able to project enough. So here's the question. Can we do this? Can we just take this shortcut like this? Oh, there's a gasp as everyone says, no, don't do it, Yoda, don't do it. But I'm so sure that, there's a train station. And sometime it's got to go there, right? Is this going to be too narrow, though, for me to cross? Will Yoda fall off the bridge? There's a skinnier one than this. It's a lot worse. Alright, we're going to have to stop to shoot you guys. Well, there we go. Got y'all. Oh, Nightbot is doing his job. There you go. The only trouble with following the tracks is don't go to the light. Now, if I remember this correctly, we are not too far away. But part of me really doesn't want to go into that tunnel. But I can see the light on the other side. No train? Do we see a train? Does anyone see a train? I don't see a train. I think we're good. Let's do it. Living on the edge. Alright. And look at that. We're getting closer. I'm not going to get on this one here. This one gets really skinny. Oh, that'll be fun if you get all the call to arms. I've actually only done the one I want to do is the ghost train one. That's the one I've been kind of looking forward. I haven't gotten that one done yet. Have you done the ghost train? Oh. Yeah, that's the one I want to do. Especially on stream, I think that one would be really cool. Alright, there he is. One more. No, two more. I didn't quite get him. And the switchback. Alright, we must be getting closer. I think it's right up around the corner here. So Islamic Thoughts, I hope that you are still there. Now I don't see a train here. Let's go the back way anyways. At least there's no shootout. We know we're pulling right in. Makes it much easier. I actually like when the NPCs come along on the way. Makes it so much easier to be able to just pull in here and then be done. Travel back to camp, and then we can do a reading for Islamic Thoughts and then for Kevin as well. Alright, I can put her right in here. I don't even have to go back to camp. What was the 0.25 for? Oh, I'm on my 0.25 for the dailies. Alright, so let's just sit here with Alden and we can do these readings. Alright, we'll give this a good shuffle. Nice. How did you like Shady Belle? Alright, Islamic Thoughts, this is for you. There we go, cutting the deck. And your first card, Islamic, is for your past. Oh, you've had the death card in the past. So you've had some closure, some loss, or some transformation happen in the past. And your right now card is the Four of Swords. And your future card is the Five of Pentacles. So I can't say that this is a wonderful, wonderful reading. This is actually going to be one of the more serious, difficult readings. So I'm really going to give you a great deal of attention here. Your Death card in the past. And while it is in the past, it's still about closure and transformation. And no one loves the sight of the Death card in a reading. And we spend most of our lives denying that death even exists. So when the card appears, it's easy to get frightened or think it's bad, but don't let that drama distract you from the message. Something in your life needs to end. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily, and either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin after the initial forms of suffering have passed. So, good to have that in the past. And your Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about stillness and about your mental power. Those threatening swords loom above. The Lamb sits in stillness without fear. The Four of Swords says it's time to look forward, a time for mental power to cope with the pressures. It's important to rest and seek meditation or find literature that focuses on ways to quiet the mind. Take this time to recuperate and move inward before these swords strike. So do some thinking. You had some closure. You were forced to look at something that had to end here in the past. Now allow yourself to do some really clear thinking. The Five of Pentacles as your final outcome card. You are looking at some sadness and some worry and some illness. So I'm really sorry that these things are happening and coming your way. The Five of Pentacles is about hard times, and it may come in the form of illness or job loss or financial troubles, even rejection. And above all, there will be worry. So with all this worry and anxiety, these things can be counterproductive and damaging. You have to find a way to quiet your mind. So the cards are really, really saying you have to quiet your mind. You've had too much happening. You have had way too much, and more than what one person can deal with. So you've got to get back your mind. You've got to get back into your mind. And yeah, that's what the cards are saying to you. You have to rely on meditation and visualization. Find your peace. Find that place, that grounded place again. You'll have to have that to deal with some of these things. So I'm sorry that that's happening to you, and I wish for the best for you. I really hope that that helps. Sometimes even just hearing it out loud helps to put it into focus. So my gift to you, Islamic Thoughts, is I do hope you find through the closure of the transformation, you find some stillness where you can think clearly. Sorry for that. And now we'll give Kevin a reading. Alright, give it a good shuffle. Alright, Kevin, we're going to cut the deck here for you. And your first card is the Three of Wands. That's about your past. The Now card is your Father of Swords. And your future card is the Ace of Swords. Let's take a good look at those, see what that is. The Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about envisioning the future, which is a pretty good past card, I guess. The Three of Wands indicates you've had continual support from others, perhaps from your parents or two good friends. With their help, you've formed a sense of self and of your values and morals, but now it's time to rely on yourself for guidance. Clarify your goals and cast others' needs and opinions aside. The future's infinite and it's yours. We're also... No one else can see, through the layers of light and shadow, which you need to be able to see. So it's time to go off on your own a little bit. The Father of Swords is for the right now. And the Father of Swords is fair and analytical. And like all the Swords family, the Father has a gift for perception. He has a distinct ability to remove himself emotionally so that he can see the situations from all angles, and he's therefore respected by others. They usually describe him as fair or just. He's a responsible man with deep ties to his family. So that's your now card. The Ace of Swords is your future card. Aces are almost always about beginnings, so that's usually fun. The Ace of Swords is about truth and mental clarity. When lightning strikes, the whole world seems to light up for just 1 second. It's as though you can see everything, and with this vision lingers, you're going to have a lot of vision for the future. The Ace of Swords gives you a very clear picture of what's happening. So in the future, you're going to be seeing things very, very clearly. Your thoughts will be precise. This is a really good time to make those decisions that you may have been putting off. Yeah, you've got a little bit more where you're going to have the clarity. And that's one of the things that, I guess that's one of the things that we can always hope for. Even for me, when no matter how bad things are, I just always hope that it's not too much, that I will have the ability to always get back grounded to where I need to be. And I guess that's with all of us. We really want that clarity, that ability to see. There's nothing worse than having to make decisions without having looked at all sides and see everything around you that you have to. Let's do this caravan escort. This is too easy. You know something, Kevin? The cards, every reading will always resonate for everyone. Uh, One of the things that Carl Jung, I always talk about him, but he is one of the fathers of psychology. He and Freud were frenemies, and mostly because Jung believed in all this stuff. He really, really did. He and his family, they held a lot of seances, and he believed that the archetypes that presented in the 78 tarot cards were we all have them. We all have these 78 factors in our life. Call them factors, archetypes. But what the cards do is they help put them out there for you so that you can really take a close look at them. And sometimes, we all have to deal with all these things, but sometimes they resonate really, really strongly with people. So I believe that we have the ability to connect with the here and now. I'm not as sure because of my beliefs in quantum physics and multiverses. I look and I think to myself, if I truly believe in the multiverse, how can I believe that I can ever predict the future? So for me, I believe we can predict what's going on because I believe that here's what physicists are starting to believe. A lot of people just shake their head at this, but physicists are beginning to believe that the particles hold the fourth dimension. Because of Einstein and his spooky science at a distance, when he talked about quantum physics, they started to look at the particles and how they wouldn't behave properly. Sometimes they're waves, sometimes they're, the way they were being measured, it was impossible to tell. They wouldn't take on a form or behave as expected until they were viewed. Otherwise, they had no state. Hi, Rara. How are you? So I found that really interesting. Quite fascinating that Rhinestone just got run over by the train. I shouldn't find that so funny, but that's what happens if you stand on the tracks. But I really believe that if quantum physics can be believed. Oh, very welcome, Kevin. Very welcome. All right, Rara. Yes, we will do a reading for you. I'm going to give these again a quick shuffle We haven't had anybody coming after us yet, but we will, so I'm going to have to shoot here in a second to protect this caravan right up ahead. So before I do your cutting, I'm going to finish this off because I don't want to be rude and start the reading and then not be able to finish it without shooting at people. It's quite... There, we'll get these guys done. And we can carry on. There'll be one more little bit of shooting up here and then we're finished. Yeah, with quantum physics, it really suggests that and quantum physics does not necessarily suggest multiverses. That's something that I've just believed in. So if there isn't really a timeline, one timeline, that means that there's multiple timelines and with multiple existences, and we are on all these timelines, which I actually see as a really positive thing. It means that we get to try this over and over in different timelines and, you know, maybe not as the same person all the time. Maybe we get to try different things. You know, no one can ever know what the absolute reality is. But we do know that the physicists are starting to understand some fascinating stuff. So we're going to have one more little bit of shooting and then this delivery is going to happen. And then I can do a reading for you, Rara. I just think it would be rude of me to be starting and shooting partway through your reading. Plus the distraction is hard once my brain gets focused on, and it's why I believe that we are able to see the here and now. I might not believe that I could be psychic for what's coming in the way distant future, but I'm certain that I know what's happening that's affecting the here and now. So even though, you know, I believe in multiple timelines, so that's probably the last shooting we're going to have there, so we can let them travel on. The only thing I have to do is stop this and let the others pass me in behind so that we can halt this delivery when we want. This is what I do with the caravan to farm gold. So if you're ever, as a new player, trying to get the gold, we let that guy go past us. Then we're going to stick with him. I can even swap those reins back and let him do the driving now. So I can shoot at these guys. Alright, now he's going to go in and deliver. Oh, you're very welcome, Rara. And again, just because I believe a certain thing, that doesn't mean it's true. I had a very interesting discussion because most of the people I know are very strongly Christian and believes that having anything to do with the tarot is evil. And I just shake my head because, you know, divination is personal. It's something that people do all the time. We try to predict the future all the time. Don't you? Don't you try to figure out, you know, where the roads are going? You're trying to get from point A to point B. Doesn't that require a prediction of the future? Don't you have to determine, you know, how you get from there? Like, I don't understand. Like, when they talk about anything like this being evil, I don't get it. I think it's evil if I turned around and told you that, you know, if I said some horrible thing and told a person that they were going to die painfully, that would be evil. But that's not what I do here. What I try to do is help people to understand that we all have the same issues. We're all facing the same issues. It doesn't matter what divine being you believe in. We're all, as humans, facing the same issues. And I think sometimes that this brings us all closer together, that we're all trying to figure out what the right thing is to do, what the safe thing is to do, what's going to happen, what am I facing right now that I might not even know about. So, yeah, and it gives people a chance to sort of realize that everybody's coming in from all walks of life. Everybody wants to know what's happening, what's going to be their, you know, what are their challenges going to be even, you know. So we're headed to Rhodes here. It's a little ways away. So what I can do while we're doing this part is I can cut this deck for you, Rara, and we can get that part started. And I'm thinking about you while I do it. And here we go. You're first card is the devil. And your second card, so that's in the past. And the Ten of Wands is for your right now. Oh, we've got more coming up here. And your future card is the Emperor. So look at this. We've had quite a lot. This is way more than you would get if, like, my usual is I do this. He's taking a bit of killing. He got him. All right. No, he didn't. All right. That should be it. That should be it. We're going to pull into roads here now. And once we get close, we stop the caravan, and we have about 10 minutes to kill. 8 minutes, because we can turn it in at 2:49. But I won't start interpreting the cards until we have lots of time here. The devil card isn't a bad card either, by the way. It does, though, tend to speak to addictions or sometimes an obsession with the material. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it too, Rara, is that it's like with everything, some people will use the Bible, some will use the Quran, some will use the Torah, and you open it up. I'll tell you, my mom, she was very, very Catholic. She used to do what we like to call Bible roulette. She would open up the Bible and she would just just not even look at it. She would just open it up and she would point to a passage and she'd say, "This is what I'm supposed to learn for today." I don't see how this is any different. I do not in any way see how this is any different at all. You're doing pretty much the same thing. You're taking a group of cards designed by psychologists, designed by true con artists, if you really want to put it that way. Well, yeah, and the Quran, the same thing. A person could use the Quran exactly the same way. You flip it, just flip it. Don't look at anything. Just open it up and point to something. And I mean, they're always going to give you good advice. And so, if you believe that a person has an ability to guide you, that's helpful too. But you have the ability to do it yourself. I've never said to anyone that they have to come here to me to get this reading, because we all have the abilities within ourselves too. Sometimes, if you're too close to something, it's hard to get a really good vision, and that's why a lot of times the cards come out and say, "There's been a lot of killing on this." I'll tell you, I've never seen this like this. I normally do the one in between Blackwater and Manzanita Post. And I mean, it still gives you gold. When people are doing stuff for the gold, this is what you're going to get. So I think sometimes too, why I created the channels, I just wanted to give people a place to go to ask themselves the question in their hearts, and then go and out there and say, what's there. And I avoid the personal questions being posted because it's not good for privacy issues. It's also not needed to ask. It's pretty demanding sometimes to say, "I want an answer to this specific question." The truth of it is the cards, and even in your life, you generally need a more general, a bigger sort of an outlook. Yeah, and like I say, when I read it, you'll really get it, because the devil is a lot more about things in the past that have held you. All right, we're going to stop this now, so we're going to swap the reins. And so what we do here is we just pull this up into a nice safe location before it delivers, and because then you just get the most gold out of it. So we'll let that one up ahead deliver. Yeah, and then we sit in a nice little safe spot. And I'm in a private, or in a solo lobby. This is the poker lobby. So I'm safe either way, but I've been killed by NPCs way more often than I want to admit. Alright, so he's delivered, and what we do is we just pull right up here into the safe zone and stop, and we'll finish and do this reading for you here. Alright, the devil. So the devil is about addiction and negativity. And the book says, though it may feel frightening when the devil appears in your reading, the card carries an urgent message and must be interpreted with total honesty. The darkness of the devil card takes the form of addiction, negativity, or materialism. It can indicate an ugly relationship with a person or substance. Identify the dependency and how it's holding you back. The devil's hooves are strong and relentless. Their grip will not loosen unless a conscious change is made. Free yourself. So, always a good card to have in your past. I know the beavers have killed me. Oh, thanks, Voodoo, for that. So your Ten of Wands is about the right now. So when you're looking at that in the past, that's not a bad one to have in the past. It usually means that you've been sort of forced to a reckoning of some sort. Your Ten of Wands is about burdens and blockage and difficulty. So the Ten of Wands is a difficult card as well to face. Mental or physical burdens have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through to what you want. You cannot see the way. And if this card appears in response to a person or situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates you're attracted to negativity. You choose to walk the hard road. So that's what's happening now is you still have the blockage, you still have some burdens and difficulty, but your final outcome card it's awesome because the Emperor is he's like the father of the major arcana, and he kind of takes you into a better place here because he's about protection, stability, the father figure. He's the tarot's perfect counterpart to the Empress, which is the mother figure, of course. He represents the side of you that's protective, decisive, and truly stable. He brings clarity of mind, and this in turn leads to actions or decisions. Sometimes this card is literal and it points to a paternal relationship in your life. At other times it suggests reconnecting with the part of you that stands strong and tall and knows just what to do. With help from the sun, the Emperor can see for miles and miles. So you're going to have some real clarity of vision in time here. And you've got the protection and the stability of the father figure happening for you. So it's actually, when you see a good ending like that, it means that you're going to have the protection to work out the things that you're doing. I know, even I don't have protection from the beavers in a solo lobby. There is no protecting from myself. That's one of the things, that's one of my favorite things to say. No matter where I go, there I am. All right, I hope you can come back, Voodoo. I sure want to do one of the call to arms. I want to do the call of arms with the ghost train. So when you have a thought, so I'm going to remove the question Islamic thoughts. It's not a personal thing. We just posted every place. I even just added more of it. So no, when you're gone, it's lurk. Here it is. If you're here but not, absolutely Islamic thoughts. We will do a reading for you. I did do one, but I think you were probably away at the time. I didn't see you respond, so we'll do a reading for you again. I think what we're going to do though, since it's I'm going to go with my dark deck. This deck is, you know what, let's deliver this before we do it or we're going to get caught. So once you hit about 240, you're usually safe to get it all. So we're just going to let this time run here. You are very welcome. The red deck of the bastard sounds really horrible, but it is way more about shadow work, and this one packs a punch. Doesn't, how nicely the other one words everything, this one doesn't. It just says straight and to the point. So since we already did a reading from the other deck, and you can always go back and read that if you want to see it as well, Islamic. All right. So here we go. We're going to deliver these, and then we're going to cut the deck and read for you. Get this delivered. So here's the gold, 0.32. It doesn't pay much money, but here we go, done. And then she'll fast travel or she'll go sit someplace safe where there's no beaver that can get me, because we know that 0.36, that's the most I've ever been paid in that. It's usually 0.32. That was interesting. It's paying a little bit more. All right, we're going to put her in here where she's safe. And hey, we managed to get a daily out of that. So we're going to say that was good. All right, here we go. Cutting the deck for you, Islamic thoughts. There we go. You are in my thoughts while I'm cutting this. Your first card is... Now, I read reversals in this one, and so you're getting the Tower as your first card, but a reversal of it. So it's... I'll have to really read really carefully with that. Your second card is also a reversal. Normally the Four of Cups can be a little bit negative, but because you're getting the reversal of it, you're getting premonitions. Premonitions and new solutions. So that's a good spin on that card. And with this one here, you have the Page of Coins. All right, so let's take a look and see what that's got for you. Usually the Tower, when you read the Tower, it's about upheaval and everything you know changing. But for you, because it's upside down, what it's telling me is that you have escaped something. You maybe have a sense of the way things are, and like some people get used to thinking that things are a certain way and then they're shocked. You have not been shocked. In the past, you've seen things fairly clearly and understood the complexity and diversity of situations. You're not stuck in little pretentious beliefs. You see things clearly, but you've escaped something. So I would suggest that you've escaped the old patterns and the things that people believe and try to force on us. Your second card, the Four of Cups, it's normally about it could be about, well, let's actually pull that out here, because I want to get this one really right. The Four of Cups can often be about greed and discontent, but you have the reversal of it. So you have not been greedy, and you are not in discontent. You actually have premonition about things, and you find new solutions. You don't get stuck in the old ways in the past of how things are. And your future card is the Page of Coins, and that one's not upside down, so we won't have as much trouble with it. The coins are also pentacles, so the Page of Pentacles is loyal, quiet, and dedicated. And that's the good side of the Son of Pentacles. He's loyal and determined. He's inventive and can be trusted wholeheartedly. But sometimes this figure becomes stubborn and persistent to a fault. This, combined with his quiet nature, results in him being a bit hard to get to know and sometimes a little socially awkward at times. He commonly has only one or two close friends, as opposed to many. So I like that reading. I actually really like that reading. You aren't like everybody else. I can really, really relate to that. When you see the predictable patterns, especially in the past, when you've seen them, you've escaped them. It is. Yeah, your reading is actually really good. You escape the patterns that other people get content in and start to feel, you know how they do the same thing over and over, and the Tower represents generally everything breaking apart, but you've already escaped the trappings of thinking everything's always going to be the same all the time. And sometimes that's a good thing. Other people find a lot of comfort in that, but you're a bit of a free thinker. You do have premonitions, and you do have new solutions. You do think outside the box. And sometimes you're a little stubborn, though. That's all I can say. That's the only negativity that you have there. And sometimes that stubbornness can really take you into places that you don't like being. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. That's all I can say. Otherwise, it looks like you've got a very positive, very forward-thinking reading. I like it. I like it. Thanks for coming in, Islamic. I enjoy that reading. It was fun. I challenge myself when I have to do the reversal cards, and I don't like to do them. Yeah, it looks like you're looking at doing things new ways, and the tower would represent the stability and that you don't ever change the ways. And you had to change. You were forced into changing. That's the tower still does force you into things. Yeah, I see that too. And something that I've done as I've gone on now, I'm too old, I guess, but I'm starting to see that if they are the way they are and they aren't able to see beyond that, in your future, what you have is, because you're a very dedicated and loyal person that really puts your nose to the grindstone and gets things done, and you're such a outside the box thinker, you've got nothing but the future. It says that you're going to go forward and see, because you're very dedicated to what you start, you're going to succeed with it. Like I say, you think outside the box. That can be a good thing, but see, for me, sometimes in my situation, it's not always great because, I can sit here and I could talk about quantum physics, and most people are just scratching their heads saying, "What is she talking about?" You are very, very welcome. I studied a lot of Islam as well because I really found that I wanted to learn. I even started to learn a little bit of Arabic. So, what is it? Marhaba. Marhaba. So yeah, inshallah, you have a good future. How's that? All right, let's move those out of the way. Some people don't even like looking at those red cards, but they are so true. Yeah, and mashkora, mashkora. Is that thank you? I can remember the words, but I can't remember what they mean. Yeah, inshallah. One of the things that I wish for the future, this is my wish for the future, I wish that all people, all good people who have religion in their heart, who believe in things, I wish that they could all sit in a room and talk about their beliefs, talk about how much they love. Because if the Christians could begin to understand how much Islam loves the same people and that they all follow the same prophets, I think that it would be the most beautiful world that you could ever imagine. But if people were like that, we wouldn't be we wouldn't have the problems, I guess. But I think some people could. I think some people could find a really beautiful way to work in harmony. Like here in Canada, everybody, you have a mosque on one corner, you have one church on the other corner, you have a different church on another corner. Everybody allows everybody to believe the things they believe. Most of them believe, though, that the things that I'm doing here with the card readings are bad, and that makes me sad because that's you know Reagan used to have an astrologer at the White House, and for people who who don't believe that church and state should be combined, I always find it interesting because we all have a belief system of some sort, even the people who believe that. What is it? There's somebody that, okay, I'm going to say this. It's really, really not nice to say out loud, but there's some people that just believe when you die, that's it. You're just going to rot. And somebody came up with a saying, and obviously it's an atheist because he says, when you're dead, you're a dead peckerhead. And I just have to laugh at that because everybody has a different belief system, right? And here's my belief is whatever you believe, be the best at it that you can. If you believe, the Dalai Lama said something beautiful. Um, he said, Buddhism isn't a religion. It's a, it's, it is a belief system. But he says Buddhism allows for everybody to believe what they believe and tells you to be the best at it. Be the best version of yourself that you can believe. And that's sort of how I see things. Is I don't think anybody is perfectly anything. We all challenge those things, and if you don't, well, that's your tower that's about to be smashed down, and that's why the archetypes that are in the tarot are so strong. They've not been around just for a couple of years. The tarot's been around for over a century. I think it's the first version of it was seen in the courts someplace in the 1700s. So ever since we've had civilization, we've had people, working on divination. So, and we have to invite our poor Mr. Yoda back because he got hit by a train. That shouldn't be funny, but what did you think was going to happen if you had left him standing on the railroad tracks, eh? No, that's what happens. I haven't studied as much about the Torah. I would love to learn more. Alright, it's going to let me join her. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't matter what religion you are. Be the best at it that you can. I think the only person that I find difficulty with are people that, have hypocritical tendencies. And one of the things we all discover is the things that bother us are the things that are inside ourself. And so if I know here I am talking about peace and everything else, then I go and kill as many animals as I can get my hands on, right? To play this game. So, we're all hypocrites at times. We can't help it, it's our nature. And that was one of the things we were told is we're going to do things that are wrong. We're going to do things that are even evil. But the doing the thing, I heard this something. An imam said something to me once that was so profound. He said, if you think about doing a bad deed, that by itself could be a bad deed. But if you think about doing a bad deed and then you don't do it, it's actually a good deed. If you think about doing the bad deed and then you do it, it is a bad deed. But if you think about a good deed and don't do it, it's still a good deed. And yet, if you think about a good deed and then you do it, it's worth 10 good deeds. I thought that was one of the most profound things that I'd ever heard. I just went, wow. Because it is about it is about your motivations. It is about what you intend. Your intentions matter, but more than your intentions, your actions can actually overrule your intentions. And I just love that. I hope that resonates with some because I thought that was pretty profound. Let's head her back to camp. She's been thinking too much. Her brain hurts. It must be time for coffee. We've been going 90 minutes. Oh my. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. We are going to take a little break here. I did this, I have to show you guys this before I go away. I'm beginning my video, so I've created this here. This is going to be part of my intro. And, yeah, so I'm trying to do a little bit more on the graphic arts. But for the meantime, I'm going to play a little bit of my paintings just to go and get some coffee, and I will be right back. So, see you in a little bit.
For everything, now's the time for this. Now's the time for you. to shine, baby. It's a time to shine. It's your time to shine. Now, maybe you'll understand what I said to you. Don't leave your heart outside. Keep it close to you, and then you can grow. Don't you spend so much time dwelling on the past. Focus on the now and make it all work out. Don't you frown or look down. Just smile. This is your time to shine. And when things go wrong, you need to realize this is your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine. And take your time, and you'll be fine. There's not much left for me to say. You've got this far, you'll be okay. Just remember the words I used to say. Don't you frown or look down. Just smile. This is your time to shine. And when things go wrong, you need to realize this is your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine. For everything, now's the time for this. Now's the time for you. Quit putting so much.
Alright, we are back. Coffee is good. So, welcome back. Let's get back in and see what we need to do here. How's her stew looking? She's good. We should probably head to the moonshine shack here. There we go. Moonshine shack it is. See if we can get some more of our dailies done. I do find sometimes after I do a lot of readings that my brain sort of feels a bit like mush because I'm really projecting myself out into. I wonder if I should bring him over here. Let him. Oh, just enter. Alright, what have we got? Let's check and see what our dailies are for the moonshine. Change decor, we might as well just turn around and go and see Maggie. Hey Maggie, can we change our decor? What should we do? What do we need? Let's see. I don't mind this one. Let's go with a little bit of refined taste for a while. See if that helps. Let's go see. Gonna go black here now. down you go. And we have to make some toxic moonshine. I think that's the other thing we have to do. Alright, I would like to say to you all, thank you so much for being part of my channel and being here, being supportive. All of you. Cheers. How is our... Do we even have one sitting here? That would be nice. I doubt it, but it would be nice. What do you have for us, Marcel? Have you been working hard? He has. He's been working hard. All right. Here we go. We'll even bring Mr. Yoda along for the ride on this one. As he sits at camp. He's probably sipping coffee there. Cooking bacon. That's what he's doing. He's sitting at camp cooking bacon. I just know it. Alright, Mo, let's bring you some berry cobbler moonshine. You know, the graphics in this game are gorgeous. Be wary when you guys are online. I always like to say there are things going on in here that are not cool. Yeah, that's a little bit lagged too. We're off to Blackwater Camp. This is a nice short one. So for anyone who might be farming gold, trying to buy the Halloween pass, if you want some really passive, and by that I mean free aim type shooting to build up your gold, the Caravan Escort is probably one of the best things that I do or have done in the past to build up my gold. Now the horses should move a little faster, get out of the way at least. Alright, here we go. Now, let's get past this wagon. I know it was my own fault. You're very welcome, Brave Kratos. I hope you have a great day. If you ever feel like doing one of the call to arms with someone, don't feel shy. Happy to help out. Kill some zombies. Have a great day. There we go, we got that done. I love the music that they play. Dum da da la lung dum. I can't hear it right now, but I know it's there. Oh, we gotta do a couple of those. Alright, well, we best get back there and start another one then. Alright. Oh, dude. That was kind of rude. Alright, let's fast travel back there and start up another one so we'll have it ready for later. Yeehaw! Fast travel to the moonshine it is. Oh no, I'm too much of an addict here. I know. I don't even apologize for it. I think we all make choices. This is the choice I make, especially through the pandemic. I really found that having this to do kept me grounded. But with all addictions, they start out with good intentions. And then you're just stuck with the addiction. A dentist. You gotta love dentists. I asked my dentist the last time I was there. I swear, I have no sense sometimes, but I just said to her, the hygienist, the one who was cleaning my teeth, I said to her, has anyone ever bitten you? And she said, yes. She said one time she had someone in who, there was a person that, that had some serious mental health problems, and it was really hard to explain, like somebody who had a mental deficit as well, and trying to explain to them what she was doing. Oh shoot, I already did add flavor. They were having none of what she was saying, and just reflexively, I don't know how, she said she was bitten, and I couldn't help but laugh. It shouldn't be funny, but I thought she would just laugh and say no. We have to make some toxic moonshine too, that's it. I know I'm weird. I don't even try to apologize for it, because honestly, this channel would be a little bit different if I wasn't as weird as I am. Alright, so she is going to make some toxic moonshine, but I think she might have to throw some first, because I don't think... Yeah, she's got to throw some first. Alright, we're gonna... Sorry, chipmunks and bunnies and everything else out there, but we're gonna throw some of this your way. Is that it? There you are. Alright, there we go. 2 of you done. I try to get as many of them done when I'm on my 0.25 day, because it just makes sense, right? But I think we're going to travel now. No, when I have my break, my intermission, it usually means I'm good for about another hour. And I try to go as long as people still want readings, and then, like, I can play the game by myself, so I don't really have to be streaming. But as long as I can be doing a reading, then I sort of feel like I've got a thing I can be doing. Off to camp we go. So I ordered I pre-ordered the Harry Potter as well, because I'm kind of a geek that way. How are these doing? They're operational, but they don't have much in there, do they? Let's put a few of these in, just because we can. I know I don't play this game the way most people do, and I don't apologize for it. You gotta do what you do to give yourself the peace that you need, and that's why when people say, you know, most of us, what we do is we project on others. We tell others that they have to do what we know we need to do, and the problem is that, you know, we're not... You remember the old cardboard cutouts that we used to have as little kids? Probably not. You're all too young to remember those. We didn't have always dolls. Sometimes all we had was little cardboard shaped like people, and then we would draw clothes and on paper, and we would cut them out, and we could dress our little tabs we'd put on them so that they would fit onto the cardboard cutouts. And the problem is that you had to design all the clothes so that they could fit these cardboard cutouts. But if a cardboard cutout I know, right? Stupid questions to ask your dentist. I have no filter, right? When I'm around people, whatever I think is important at that moment, I thought it was important to know, had she been bitten and how had she dealt with it? I thought that was an important thing to know. Not that I was intending to bite her or anything, but I wanted to know, how did she cope with such a thing? I want to know the real person things, not, what are your credentials and everything else. But when you were bitten by this poor girl with all these challenges, what exactly did you do about it? And it must have been important to her because it stuck with her in quite a way. And she didn't say it disrespectfully. She really seemed to think that it was quite an issue. And if you're going to be sticking your hands in people's mouths, you wouldn't stick your hand in a wolf's mouth. As you may notice, I call everything in here little biters because one of the things Chris makes me laugh is when he says, can you bring me an alligator and can you make it snappy? That's one of my favorite. Alright, here we go. We've got enough pork and apple stew. What do we need to do now? What's on our daily questions? Daily challenges, I should say. Cook seasoned succulent fish. Let's do that. Oh, we've got to order drinks to swim. That's always easy. Let's go cook up some seasoned succulent fish at the campsite. Fish. Succulent fish. I love when people, like this plain crustacean, I love when people don't know where to get it because that's one of my favorite things to do in the video is take them to the island where you can get the Cuban land crabs. Especially when people are at like maybe level 40 or 50, they haven't a clue. So it makes for real fun to show them the green lizards and the Cuban land crabs. Maybe we'll go there after this. We have to get some seasoned succulent fish here though. Let's change the numbers, or can we? It's not giving us that choice. Do I only have one? Yes, I do. We need some more succulent fish. Let's see if we have any to break down. Not likely. This isn't something that's just sort of sitting in your pack. You have to actually go after these. I'll show you the most horrible way to go fishing, and we can do it where I'm going to head to. So we are going to travel over to, it's way down by roads. To get there, we're going to be going right here. So if you're ever looking for Cuban land crabs or the green lizards, off of roads in Flatiron Lake, it looks like a question mark. That's how I try to explain it. And it's right beside the sunken treasure, or sunken ship. There might be treasures there every once in a while. There's a collectible, and sometimes there's also the collectible liquor bottle. But for now, we're just going to look for some succulent fish, and I'll show you my horrible way of fishing. So up to roads we go. Alright, so here we head. The only thing I don't like about going over here is you can't bring your wagon. JC and I actually got a canoe once and brought it up close and we loaded as many lizards as we could into the wagon. It was an interesting process. It wasn't worth it though. Like you could make the trip back and forth to the island and collect as many lizards as you might like without actually having to get a canoe. But I think a lot of people just enjoy the fun. I think JC always enjoys trying to do things in such different ways. It's always fun to ride with him because he's always trying to figure out what to do with things that you would never think to do. So you come out here to the edge, and when you get close to the pier, there you know that's where you want to cross. It's about the shortest spot. Okay, so make sure you house your horse up. If you're just at a level 10 or 20, make sure and go here and take a little bit of this. This horse has extreme stamina, so I wouldn't normally need to do this, but that's what you do. And then you're going to head across here. Thanks, Brave. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not, but as long as I lift people's spirits, that's good for me. And then we have a bounty over here. That's always frustrating because he's usually sitting right where you would get your collectible liquor bottle, so it means I'm probably not getting it. And even when there's two here, you can still bring two. You can deliver two targets in. You just have to put one on the back and then rope the other guy, and you literally have to drag him with the rope across. All right, so he's over there. Oh, there is two. Look at this. We're going to get to put this into action. All right, I'm going to show you this. Let's see if we can do it because it's not easy. I'm going to have to get one with one, and I should actually get the other with these. I can hit them both with this. And you too, you're not getting away. There we go. So we'll go after him. We'll tie you up. Oops. Hog tie you, and then we'll hog tie the other. So you obviously can't bring your bounty wagon here. So this is where the challenge is. Nice. Give him a good kick. That helps. Alright, so now I'm going to loot him because I might not have a chance later, but the challenge here is we pick one of them up and put him on the horse. The other guy we got to untie and let run because we're going to have to rope him. So, oh, that'll be fun. They'll be just like, what? Because like green lizards, right? Who knew? So we're going to loot this guy before we get away here. Got to maximize. And then you untie him, and if your horse will come just a little closer, you can get on there pretty easy. So you untie him so he can get away, because the only way you're getting him across is by dragging him. And it's horrible. Usually he dies, but in this game, how is that a surprise, right? So you need your rope now. And he's going to try and shoot me, because that's what he's got to do. And the poor beggar. Oh, well, that wasn't cool. Why can't I rope him? This is interesting. Now we got you. Okay, you poor beggar, you're coming out. Alright, here we go. Straight across here. Sometimes he lives too. And when you get to the other side, then you can call your bounty wagon, so. He's just dragging behind. The other guy is drowning on the back of my horse. You gotta be a bit of a sadist to play this game, truthfully, because, you know, you put people in the most horrible situations and then laugh about it, right? Alright, so once we get him aside, if he's still alive, I mean, even if he isn't, we can put them both into the wagon. Alright, so we get here, and now we get him up here, and we can go back, and we can actually hog tie him. He's looking pretty spry, though, for a guy who just got dragged through the water. Oh, horse, don't be so melodramatic. You're safe. Alright, so now we gotta get the other guy off of there. Oh, that counted 3 times. That was interesting. So we're going to pick him up. We've got 6 minutes to get this done now. So what we do, and hopefully this is going to work out okay, when we call the wagon, it should just drop him in front of us. There we go. He drops there. And the wagon should be right. Oop, he got loose. Drop you. That wasn't cool. Come back here, you. You don't get to get away. Oh man, he's gonna get away. That's not cool. No, come back. These guys are putting up a serious fight. Luckily, Rhodes is really close, but I don't see my wagon anyplace. Alright, so let's pick this guy up. You could even run the two of them back. I've done that before if you don't have a wagon. Alright, let's see if we can get the wagon to come up here. They did fix the wagons as far as I know. So it should be out there. There it is. Okay. Hopefully that guy stays there long enough while we're getting all this done. But whenever you're demonstrating something, it's almost guaranteed to go bad. Yep. Alright. Where are you, other bounty? Oh, we got lots of time still. It'll take about 1 minute to deliver him, and then you wait anyways if you're trying to maximize. I should have drove that up a little closer, but we got lots of time. Pick you up. I didn't quite get to the Cuban land crabs and the lizards, but we will go back. I thought there was a possibility that this was going to happen here because I hadn't had this for a little while with the two of them appearing over there. But I got like a full daily done with the 3 hog tyings. I didn't think you could hog tie 3 times, to be honest, with using one of them as the same person. Like hog tying the same person. But I have seen people let them go, and I think that they're trying to increase the difficulty so that they'll get more gold, but I'm not really sure it works like that. Alright. Oh, hey, look at that. They fixed it. I was not having my little yellow line show up here for quite some time since they made the changes with the update, and it looks like they got her fixed. I love it when they keep this game working because being the addict that I am, it needs to work. Oh yeah, that one is over by the down in the desert area there, where you would least expect to see it. And honestly, I'd never accidentally seen it until I went to find him. I didn't even know he existed. And I think he's a poison frog too, if I remember correctly. I thought that was a nice little touch. That's what I love about this game. There's just so many layers of it, you know. Like some of the games, they're too simplistic, and this game, the amount that they invested into this game is just incredible. And I love the background when you hear them talk about the background in the game where some of the guy who does the voice for Arthur, he's actually done the voice, or he was used as a body image for some other things too. I just love the background scenes to learn about them. I think if I was ever to go to a Comic-Con, I would go if it had Red Dead Redemption characters there. Especially now that it might be over, you know, they'll mean more. It's sort of like Star Trek, the original characters in Star Trek. I'd love to have seen them. We've lost so many of them now. Except Captain Kirk, I swear, he's like the craziest Canadian representative. And I think he's like Betty White. I think he's just going to live forever. That's awesome, though. Star Trek was so hilarious. I was thinking the other day that, I really need to add some little character here. I was trying to figure out, should it be like a little owl sitting on the edge of my screen? Wouldn't that be fun? A little owl that just sits there and he's animated. He just sits on the perch on the outside. I gotta try that. Now I have a thought of something that I have to do. You heard it here first, Brave. Owl of a kind, one of my friends. She will appreciate that. Well, we'll weight this down to the last little bit here and turn them in. And then we'll go back and look at some more. I know, right? I knew we were going to get distracted here, but now I'm just trying to maximize for the gold. 30 seconds. That's all we need. At least I eventually always get back to the things I'm doing. 16 seconds. Can we wait that long? The crabs, but what I really was looking for was the succulent fish meat, and I know it's out there. But I'll show you how I fish. I used dynamite to get the awards. I know that's a bit anticlimactic, but it's like, I don't play this game normally. I don't see the point of it. All right, here we go. We can get rid of our bounty wagon. What did it give us, though? See, $2.97 for bounty hunter. That's not bad. No great pay, but still. You just wanted to run me over. That was just rude. Doesn't even apologize. All right, let's get rid of that. We know now the next time we go back here, at least we won't have to face that. All right, Pony, let's go do this again. Let's go do this. Deja vu, I tell ya. Here we go. Yeah, I need a good audience, though, when it's quiet and it's empty in here and I start cracking jokes. People are like, you're talking to yourself and telling jokes? That's sort of like, talking to yourself and answering yourself. Okay, we were back at this. We were going to head. And sometimes I see one of I think it's the auto fox here. So I like running back and forth here. That's one of the positives of having a solo lobby too, is you get everything. You don't have to worry about other players coming along. And oh, there, speak of the little devil. Look at him right there. How did that just happen? There's two of them. And how did that happen? And now there's not even one. What was that? This is just weird. This is just too weird. I don't even know what to do. There's two of them going in the same direction. My poor blank brain is just... No, those are just American red fox. But there was an auto fox back there. I saw it show up on the map. I'm sure I did. I'll go back and look at that footage. So easily distracted. What can I say? One of the nice things with this horse is it doesn't matter if he gets dirty, because you can wash him and wash him and wash him and he still looks dirty. All right, he escaped. Yeah, he was there, so we lost him, but that's okay. We had a plan. We had a plan. Here we go. Come on. Takes a minute. So you see how much of his stamina that's used up. And if you have a new horse that hasn't leveled up yet, that's going to be a challenge for you. So what you do here now, you want to watch. There's a frog there. Oh, there's the lizard. Oh, I still have the nitro. Oops. Oh, he's dead. He's good and dead. There's a toad. There's another green iguana. And there's there's a Cuban land crab. Now, one of the other positives here is there are 12, There's a crab. He's trying to get away right there. Right there. I see you. You aren't getting away, buddy. And if you want to keep these guys perfect, you have to use one of the arrows that... There we go. But these guys are just good for the crustacean meat. You have to peel them. And where's that little green iguana? I love to get the green iguanas. And like this guy I'm going to keep. Whenever they're perfect, I bring them back. And there's usually 2 out of all of them that'll be perfect. But that one over there I don't think is. So I just skin them. Because you're only going to be able to bring 2 back. I know, right? The deja vu. I am so lagged in here. This is awful. Let's see. So this guy I'm going to skin. But if I can get 2 perfect, I like to put them on the horse and have those green iguana like bookends on my horse. See, even the decay, like look at that. They even show the decay on that leaf. I love that. Being a very avid gardener or indoor gardener now, I used to hybridize daylilies. I loved it. Making your own that have never been seen before, their own pure genetics, all of their own. Alright, this one's the frog, or toad. Another iguana. We know this one's not in very good shape. Something about using the elephant rifle on it wasn't the best idea. I know, right? That's what I could think. I don't always answer myself, but no. I don't know. If it's good advice, maybe you should. Alright, so here's what you'll see. This is horrible, but this is what I do for my fishing. And it also gets you awards. Alright, so that killed a few fish. There's a few over there too. Where else? I didn't need to hit that twice, but I did. But the succulent fish, they're usually right over here on the edge. These are the rainbow, or not the rainbow, but trout. What are they called? The steelhead, I think. I'm not seeing any over here, though. I can always... There's a guy on a canoe. I don't usually kill the NPCs unless it's something for a daily, dragging them or whatever. So what do we have here? Yeah, there's a steelhead trout. So there's my method to fish. The steelhead trout. So now I can make whatever that camp stew was that I needed, the succulent fish meat with these guys here. Isn't that horrible? Oh, man. It is what it is. Which is this? That's a smallmouth bass. And I think I need a few of those, so we'll go out and look for a couple more of these guys. Oops, did I go past you? So when you kill 2 of them at the same time, there's an award. I think I've already gotten it 20 times. And a lot of people don't know about this as well. Yeah, I have it. They're going to come back over the water or over the land, so I might as well shoot at them. I hate when they sink. But it's always good for some fat, eh? This is so lagged. Let's bring you back up. There you go. So we got a steelhead. That's going to be some succulent meat. And I have one, but I still need another one. Let's go grab that duck. Or are we going to be swimming? Yeah, we're going to be swimming. So there's that Midland snake. If you ever have to get him, he's almost always here. Him and the other, I can't remember what he's called. So you chase him to the edge. For some reason, these guys don't bite you, but you have to herd them close to the... This is the cottonmouth, okay. He's hard to get to. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this because it's so hard for me. Keep him towards the shore. You're only supposed to have to hit him once, but I'm not really good at free aim, so as you may have noticed. Okay, get closer to the shore. Come on, up you go. And then you have to... There he is. So now you can take a sample of him. And that will be your... Alright, let's not knock him farther back out. Oh, come he's not showing up? Where is he? Where is he at? It's one thing when you can't even take the sample. Where is he? He's sitting right here, but he's not. All right, the mystery, the mystery, the mystery. Sometimes they just disappear on you. Look at that. Well, you get the idea. You usually can take a sample of them. Oh, man. Here we go. So he's good. We can't get the sample, but he is up on the shore. Sometimes what the problem is, you can't take the sample when they're in the water. So we did get him there. We're just not going to be able to get a sample. All right. What else do we need to do here? That was the iguanas. Cottonmouth water snake. Those ones are hard to get. That's so disappointing that I can't. I'm going to be trying this a couple times. He's just not there. He's just not there at all. Back and forth I go. All right, let's let go of that. If you can't do it, don't stress. But we can go after some more iguanas. And seagulls too, lots of seagulls. If you ever have the daily that says get a few different types, I think there's one that says you have to get 3 different types of seagulls. Great place to come here in Annisburg. But the best is that there are about 12 mint plants. So if you really are short of mint, just come here. There's so many. Look at here. We have 4 right here. There's another 4 in another spot. And then there's another 4 in another spot. It's a great time to get all your mint. Because who doesn't need mint to make their gold cores? I mean, it's great to get them from camp, but... Oops, one more there. Then we'll go get the gold. So yeah, you could spend like almost a full 2 days here doing things and never run out of stuff that you can do. And there's a lot of raspberry. I think there's like 5 raspberry plants. So there's a daily that you have to go and get 5 raspberry. These are the guys I can't ever kill. I don't know why, but they're just like the wisest of creatures. Just like to sit down and have a little visit with them. Hey, dude. What's up? Just, I don't really feel like talking right now. I think I'll just mosey on over here. All right, well, it was really good talking with you. See, as you said, funny, crazy, aren't they really all the same thing? All right, I needed one more of those steelhead, and I'm not seeing much in the way of fish here, so I think maybe we've exhausted. I'll try it one more time. We'll try it. Because, you know, Dynamite and me, this is my mode. Did they just disappear? No, they're still there. So what you can get sometimes... Oh, there's a Cuban land crab. I guess we better get him. And then we'll tie the dynamite over there. Because there's 2 of them, and one of them might actually be one of the... Oh, who's jumping there? A couple of you guys. There, we have enough fish. The fishermen are just crying right now. See, you can even pick them up when you're swimming. That's the one that surprised me. So there's my steelhead trout that I need. And we'll go grab these guys. I don't know what they are, but they could be steelhead. And even if they're poor, you can still get the meat from them, even if you dynamited them. I know, it doesn't make any sense, but there's a whole lot of succulent meat right there. And let's get that last Cuban land crab, and we are good to vamoose from here. I'm a little sad about not being able to collect that sample, but that's okay. I could blow it up. Isn't that the answer to everything? Just blow it up. He'll be dead, but at least I'll get something out of it. Oh, girl. Let's throw it right over there. That's where he was. He's still alive. How did he survive that? Oh, man. How did he survive that? That's insane. I guess because he isn't really there, is he? Alright. No more. No more. You don't get any more of my dynamite. Speaking of which, I should probably head straight there now. Now, you can't fast travel off here. This is the only thing that I really hate about this, is you cannot fast travel. The only way to get out of here is to just head right back to the same place you came from. And if you go any other road, it might be too far, because as you see, it really hurts the stamina on your horse. Yeah, there's burdock root there. There's like everything. I don't usually need raspberry because I don't collect it, but it's a daily sometimes that you need it. So burdock root I usually find down along the shores, right over the bridge. When you're coming from Riggs, from the bridge down below there, it's all lined with burdock. Did you see the place that you can get struck by lightning, and have you ever tried it, Brave? Because I keep going up to Annisburg there whenever there's a lightning storm, and I'm just too late. You have to be there almost when the lightning starts, because lightning doesn't always last for as long as it takes to get someplace. I am going to fast travel to Emerald Station so we can get some more dynamite. I like dynamite. Yeah, same with me, the toads and the frogs, because they're also this, if you need the small animals. I always try and keep as many of the small animals, the birds. I shoot every little thing I can. But the turtles, they're just, oh, I don't know, they're just such wise old creatures. I don't like to harm them. I don't shoot ravens for some reason. I have not figured that out yet either. But I think it could be because of my connection with mysticism, although I blast the owls out of the air and never think anything of that. So there's got to be some reason why I don't let sell some more to him. I sell way too much to him. But I always try and sell 3 whenever I'm here, just in case it's a daily and I didn't look. Now we need some good old kablooey. Need to buy another bolus. I lost one of those. I love when dynamite's on sale. I love helping new players too. As you were saying, it's really fun to help them. Because in the beginning, oh man, it's scary. Since I'm here, I might as well terrorize the neighborhood just a little bit. This is another one with the dailies that I try to get, or not the dailies, but with the awards, is the stabbing animals. It doesn't make any sense, but get the award for how many large animals killed with a knife. I just come in here and do my collecting, fill a wagon with these. I know it sounds really like, are you going to run away from me? Oh, look at that. He's one of the few horses that if he's in the same area when you kill, who hasn't come after or who hasn't lost his mind. But he's not like the Turkoman. He doesn't get right freaked out. I love the Turkoman. It's my favorite horse, but I'll tell you, in here he just freaks out and he's totally useless. Alright, call the hunting wagon. I'm so glad that our wagons are back. That was painful. Let's get, are you going to be a... Of course, the laying down ones are almost always 3 stars. we better get this done before it gets here. And I'm so lazy, even if the law shows up, I end up... Whoops. What was the 3-star? Oh, that was you, wasn't it? That's... Alright, out of here we go. These guys are going to tell. Alright, we have to get at least 5 of them so that we can put them in the wagon. No, not at Tesla Tower. It's the trees, the burned trees out by Annisburg. Oh, they're coming, so I better hurry up here. We'll have a little shootout first. Oh, I didn't want that. Let's go with this then. Oops, back we go. Alright, if you're gonna be like that, I guess we gots to kill you. Where's your friend? We're gonna end up shooting that horse. Don't make me shoot a horse. I like when they go flying. I love the dynamics when they go all... Oh, see, that's why I try to kill them before I go after them, because now all the sheep are gone. Alright, which sheep? You're a 2-star. We don't want you. We just want the 3 stars. And those guys are already on their way. But if you go and hide in the chicken coop, it just blows me away that they don't find you in there. Like, what the heck? But I don't think they ever show the law in a very favorable way in this game. I'm not going to hold my breath for that to ever happen. So I just keep killing even when they're shooting at me. I'm like, oh, whatever. Oh, they're too close now, and I can't use the nitro, so we're back to this. I so love the explosives to kill people. It's just too... Oh, we're going to dance, are we? Wow, now that was that was a bit of a... Yeah, so we only have 4. We need 1 more. She's just covered in blood. My goodness. Alright, we need 1 more. Come here, you little woolly brat, you. There's 3 trees. I'll show you the trees. We'll go up there and I'll show them to you. It's by Annisburg. I'll show you on the map where it is because I marked it here. Alright, since I have 5, is that 5? 1? Yeah, I have my 5, so I'm going to go and hide in the chicken coop if these guys see me. Too bad. But usually they miss me. They're not the brightest bunch. Oh, they saw me. Too late. Alright. Now we gotta kill them. You know my hiding spot. I have to kill you now. Here, you're coming through here. We know it. We know it. Come on. Oh, he was fast. Where are you going to? Alright, we'll get your friend. Alright, be that way. Make me work hard. Alright, let's go and load those sheep up. Let's loot them. We might as well. Those guys are on their way. Let's get into the chicken coop. This is the easy, lazy man's way of escaping the law. Like, really, they would look in here. But, you know, so if you're thinking about a life of crime, do not do this. That's all I can say. Oh, sweet. 828. That is brilliant. Yeah, that's the way I play it too, Brave, is once you get to a place where, you know, all you're going to do, and it takes a little while, and it gets harder and harder. What people don't realize when they're, say, at 128, something like that, they think, oh, you know, it doesn't take very long to level up, but it takes a lot. When you get to past level 600, you know, instead of being able to rank up every day, you're more like you rank up, you know, every couple days. Yeah, right now I think most of the players who came in, you have to remember that they're not as committed to the game because they bought it when it was on sale. So, not like the OGs who, you know, had to give up their firstborn child and, you know what I mean. All right, we'll wait this out. You usually have to leave, but these guys sometimes just get bored and go away. I would, if I took all of my characters together, one is at what's she at? She's at a 640, he's at a, I think 318, and on a PC, I think it's at 428. So collectively, I'm up there too. I just got distracted, needing. See, these guys will go away now, and we can go and collect those sheep. If you don't kill them before they come out, they'll disappear. But what's really nice is they will still be, the dead ones will be there, the 3 stars, and then you have a whole new herd of sheep show up. So it's not just me. Like that thing about the not killing the turtles, I thought that was just me, but there's just something about them. They just move so beautifully slowly and so sure. And I always think of them as like wise, wise creatures. And they live so long, right? All right, so they wander out of there. They're not really going to pay any attention. Honestly, you can come over here and collect sheep, and they aren't even going to care. They're going to go and order donuts someplace. I shouldn't be like that. It's got to be tough. Are they going to come after me? Does he even see me, or is he within my range there? I could leave here, but I want to get those sheep. I'm determined. Oh, they're shooting at me. So much for that idea. And we still have that nitro. I should have switched that around, but what the heck? this, don't shoot him. He's just a innocent bystander. You, on the other hand, not so innocent. We're coming for you. I love when they get in the way there and you can't shoot at them. All right, let's go collect these sheep. Did we damage him? No, he's good. Oh, I hated that we couldn't get our wagons. This is like, you develop some new... $1.95. I'm in a solo session that I made with the poker lobby, so I feel pretty safe. That is the only reason I'm sitting here so nonchalantly not caring. But I forget sometimes when I go back on the PC, I forget that they're going to come after me. One more. Whoops, we missed with that one. We get ourselves an execution. Yeehaw. This is the best thing about being a high level. You're like a bullet sponge. It takes a lot to kill you. Oh, I love that you're at that rank. That's just brilliant. The only bad thing about the high rank is that when you go to play with a lower level, they get an onslaught of NPCs, you know, that, yeah, you and I, we can cope with it, but it's not so easy for them. Let's health up here before these guys come in. All right, 1, 2. Oops. Get you again. All right. I guess we could loot a few of these guys. That's the difference with my style of play too. I have never been one to go after the bounties. I don't know why, but I'm heartless and ruthless and everything else when it comes to. Oh, she's got her production ready too. When it comes to NPCs, I don't like shooting horses, but it doesn't really bother me. But when it comes to going after other players, in the same way that you like to help them, I find that, here's my thought on it. Most of the time when people are coming after you, they're looking for, especially, like, I had a lot of stream snipers here that were really trying to, I guess, make a name for themselves, killing some poor innocent little old lady. And I don't really want to fight them, so it's sort of like I just tell them, like, no, just go away. I don't want. Oh, did I just kill his horse instead of him? I did. I don't like the fighting or the killing of actual players. Well, I guess the horse is dead. There's not a lot we can do about it there. I'm just looting them all. Ah, see, they get the horse's head right in the way there. You can't really do too much about it. This is just my why I always have too much. It always says you're carrying the max amount of something, so often I won't loot, but did I already get y'all? I think I did. There's a guy over there, but it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I shouldn't say that. As soon as I start getting too cocky, that's when someone comes along and shoots me good. But I think it might be time to get out of here because I'm at the maximum of everything already. Time to Vamuski. I love that you can go and hide in a bush and they can't see you. A bit ridiculous, but what the heck. It's a game. Alright, so we just go out here. We jump in this. Where is it? There's a bush over here that's deep enough that all you gotta do is this. It's just so silly. And then they can't see you, right? Should be dense, but they're pretty dense. We're safe. They won't see me. Yeah. It's just me and my buddy here in this lobby, which is better than the MTU lobby. I really find the MTU though, you can do all of the so I'm at 425, so I would be almost I should actually let my bounty go up and see what happens. I want the bounty hunters to come after me. That would be fun. Let's just let's leave it and let it build. But we should bring this back to camp. So let's fast travel over there and put that in. I know someone once who was building his posse up to and he had it at the max, and he was just so disappointed because nobody would come after him, right? That would keep things interesting. See, but see, as soon as players are involved, I don't do it because that's what hits my anxiety level is when there's other players coming after me to kill me. It will never be something I can ever work past because I think it's PTSD. There's something about people wanting to harm me that just sets off every little bit of discomfort in me. So I stay away from most of those situations. I think it's why I play alone most of the time. I try to explain it to people and they don't really understand. So then they just look at you and I go, yeah, it's okay. I'm a little bit weird. But yeah, we'll turn this in. Where are you at, pony? Most people who are playing these sorts of shooting games, they're playing it because they enjoy the PvP aspect of it. I think they'd probably have more women playing if there was less of the killing of players. I think a lot of women love this game. I know a lot of women love this game. But like Owl and I, we just go into solo lobbies all the time because then we don't have people. And it isn't just one of the problems is if you're a woman, a lot of times people will come up and they're really, really nice to you. But if you don't want to be in their posse, then they can become aggressive towards you. So it's sort of like, they always tell the girl, don't go out at night. It's your fault if something bad happens to you. Well, it might not be your fault. But we do know that if we put ourselves in that situation, that we experience things that most men won't. So we have a different way of thinking, I think. I don't like being, what the heck? That's his horse. Okay, I was sitting here thinking, why do I have this random horse sitting at my camp? Oh yeah, I have my random player here as well. Oh right, moonshine was ready, and I was going to bring that in so there's stuff to cook. How's it doing? Still operational, but it could use that I just got. See, I haven't even been turned in. That's one of the awards. I mean, if you look at my awards, you can sort of see after you're playing for a certain length of time, your awards tell you a little bit about who you are. So if we go here and we look, bounty hunter, and in the posse too, like look at this. I haven't turned in bounty targets. I've turned in dead, but where's the one for player bounties? 0. I've been playing for this long and I have not turned in a single player bounty. Now I could. I could take my other character and I could get his bounty up and I could, or his bounty up and I could turn him in. But I haven't. And here's another one. The infamous, I haven't gotten those done, and I think it's because they're broken on mine, because I've been trying to turn them in. Although I shouldn't say that, because I think I was at 2 a little while ago, and now I'm at 4, so at some point one of them counted. I don't do the bounty as much of it as a lot of people do. Alright, out we go up here. For a minute there, I thought I was in the PC version when I saw that. I thought I had a freaking UFO in my camp. It happens. Don't laugh, it happens. I've had a UFO on my head before. It's actually kind of fun to stream the PC because of that. It just gets nuts. Alright, we were going to do the wagon, so let's call that in. Alright, I'm nervous. Every time I call that thing, I'm like, are they still working? Are they still working? Did it glitch backwards? Are we in it? Did we just suddenly travel in time? Alright, we'll turn these guys in. Yeah, right, right. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons that I go into a solo lobby because, like, I can invite up to 4 people in here, or I think it might be 6, however many you can have in a poker game. So if you were on the PS4, I could invite you over here. But as soon as you leave to do anything that takes you into a different session, then you're not going to be able to get back in. Alright, so we can dismiss that guy. And then we can head over and do our moonshine. It does get to be a little bit repetitive, but you know what? That's probably what's so beautiful about it. It does exactly what you expect it to do. Here we go. Off to the moonshine jacket is. Here we go. Oh, copy. It's very close when you're playing like this. When you have, when we first started playing, Brave, you've been playing a long time. This was closed off. You couldn't do this in the beginning. Am I right? Because I was starting to think maybe I was misremembering. But I don't think you could, because remember when we didn't have the safety there? They didn't used to have it where when you were standing beside your moonshine shack, you were in a safe zone and there was no space there to be able to hide behind that thing if you wanted. So the game has gotten gentler, I'll give it that. Alright, I think we'll just go grab the gold cores here. Or, sorry, gold rings. I gotta switch back to my Gothic. That's the other thing that I don't like about some of the other... Oops, I did not cheers my favorite people. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Glad to have you here. I think that's all we can do in here is these. Alright, let's do this delivery. Of course, he's just going to come along for the moral support. Not on the wagon, but... Alright, let's go with this. I have tried to look to see if there's a better spot that I should be streaming in because of my readings, but what would happen is the people who just like readings, they'd be offended by the game, so I can't do that. I have to sit in here because, yeah, that. Well, I have killed that coffee. Oh shoot, I better call my horse. This isn't going to work good. I wouldn't do this in... Oh, was she drunk? Oh, she is too. She wants to fall down. That's funny. Alright, we need to switch this back to my Springfield. Alright, Pony, let's get back here and do this. She tripped on that twice. I don't know what it is. I guess it's something that's tripping me. A rock? Who knows what? Alright, here we go. Yeah, I think that's the best part of the game is when you're helping other people get up, you know, a little higher level. Even though I have the 2 players, I never use them to shoot them and revive them in the posse, and I guess I should do that. If I'm taking advantage of a posse, or if I don't have the benefit of a posse, you gotta use what you got. Sometimes I shoot these guys just because of the points. I know, that's horrible, right? They're hard, though, to kill. You gotta... See, if they don't die when you're in the frame with them, it doesn't count. So, none of that counted. It was a waste of bullets. It shows me how lagged I am when I see how late that comes into the stream. That's like almost a good minute and a half. I'm already I'm already at the I do turn a little bit early here. I don't go to that check stop there because it almost always tries to wreck my wagon. Even when I'm, you know, I get off, I still, to shoot them all, I still manage to, more stress than I need. I'm an old lady. I need to keep my stress levels down. If you ever watched, I remember it was in All in the Family where they had the, or no, not that one, the other one. Oh, what was his name? Oh, goodness. He had the, I think he starts out in All in the Family, and then he has his own, oh, my brain won't find it. Oh, there's that. Oh, just keep going. Let him be. That's the little marble fox. I know it's not the marble. I mean the little midnight paw coyote is what it is. He shows up there. One of the worst things is once you've done a lot of solo lobbies, it gets so easy to get those legendaries that they just don't get to be as exciting after a little while. I've gotten them all, I've got all the coats, so, you know, once you're there, it's like that's all that was interesting to me. I still skin them, even though like, I didn't during when they were worth so much. They were like, I think the biggest one that I got was worth 88. Which one was that? When it was worth more here the last month. So we needed 2 of these. So that's done. 1 more daily. All right. We'll start another one, but I don't think we'll get another run. Yeah, well, we might. You never know. But we're going to go in here before we take off and see if we have to get any more. While this was closed, when you couldn't do it for that whole time, you couldn't get into your stable. I'm starting to ask myself whether Rockstar does that on purpose. Every time they give us something good, they generally raise the difficulty somewhere else on something and make it look like a glitch. So if I were doing that as a card reading, I would call them the devil card. I really would, because they bring about so much negativity into the game. You know, when you play the story mode, there isn't negativity. You don't have a horse try and poop on your head. You don't have a dog come right up. If you're sitting there, he doesn't come right up and stand in front of you and poop in front of you, right? They even make a very clear statement in the story mode about not leaving your horse in camp because they wouldn't want droppings in camp. So to me, whoever took over the programming after they lost the original creators, the people who did it, it changed. The feel of the game changed. Who's the creator? Danhausen. Once he left, and all that was left, and not to say that they didn't do good things in the game, like the story mode is fun. Obviously, I'm playing it, but I really feel like he took a lot of the integrity away from the game, and that there's real cheap shots and kind of 10-year-old humor, you know? Like, I look at you know, it is what it is, I guess, right? It is what it is. Let's get some horse provisions here. Yeah, we can get all of these guys. Brave, have you ever found where you can get the free apples? There is a place. I know there is. And I know in about 10 minutes I'll hear from you. But there's supposed to be somewhere in the Braithwaite Manors. Somebody said the stables, but I've never been able to find there's an overturned bunch of apples, and there's got to be something that I'm missing doing to get them, because I can't ever find them. We should have changed horses while we're in there. He's been good, but let's get another pony while we're in here. We will... Stop already! You freakazoid? Come on. I'm going to change your name. Alright, here we go back in. Let's get a new pony. Let's get a horse we have not played with before, who's just really been sitting on the sidelines. I like you, Faith Hunter, but you're slow as all get out. I want to play this horse, but he looks like he's asleep. He's half asleep. You're actually kind of fun. Cookie, you're kind of fun. You're pretty cool, Buell. Tigger, you're kind of kick-ass. You're going. Gremlin, you're fun. Metallica, I haven't ridden you for a while. Let's ride you. Bodachia, I haven't ridden Dove's Cry. She's pretty good too. I'll call her next time. Did I make him active? I think I did. Let's see if we did that. We did. I find this horse just a little oddly colored. I've seen lots of grays and they're not quite like this. But who am I? Who am I to say? Alright, we were going to fast travel and restart that moonshine, so let's do it. I know this is really quite boring when you're on the outside and a person is just doing all their dailies. That's awesome. That makes things easy. It makes it like, see, that's one of the things. See, you may have noticed that because I'm on the spectrum, I'm not really good with the maintenance of friends in here. I'm a very solitary person, so when you're here, I love to visit with you, but I never think about going out and reaching out to other people. There's a few that kind of work through my social. This is a horrible thing, but it's kind of social slowness. I just I'm just not like other people that way. I like ideas. Like when I sat there and thought about what I was going to do for my screen, that's more interesting to me than people. And what I've come to understand is that neurotypical people get a dopamine release when they are involved with other people, and autistic people don't. So there's no reward for me in socializing. Everything is about what is interesting, and it doesn't mean that there's anything like, it's not sociopath, it's nothing like that. It's just that I don't get the reward, and I don't understand how people behave way too often. I find myself confused. So in the way that you can make those friendships and keep them, I will always be lacking that way. So I try to make up for it in doing my readings, because what do they say? When one door shuts, maybe a window opens. And my ability to understand. I think probably because when I was young, I had to study people a lot because I didn't understand what they were doing instinctively. So I had to pay a lot of attention to it just to try and figure out and understand. All right, let's travel back. And you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to call this and say we are heading off to do some updating on my stream. So it might not be very long before I'm back. And I'm so glad to have you in here, Brave, and I love hanging out with you. Just because I talk about my autism doesn't mean I don't enjoy. That's one of the myths about people with autism. We actually really enjoy people. We just don't always know how to be normal. So everything I'm doing is pretty much faking normal. But I hope I'm entertaining at the very least. At least I give a giggle every once in a while. But thank you so much for being here, Brave. I'm so happy to hang out with you. You always make me laugh. And for all of those who we had readings with, I'm glad that we could hang out. So we'll see you later. I'm going to go and do some changes on my menu, and I will probably be back in about an hour. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next stream. Bye for now.